Alright guys, Taylor and Randy here with KC. This is day 2 of SEMA. We are getting ready to go explore the show this morning. A little bit quieter this morning, so we wanted to go check out some of the cool rigs, see what we can find. So join us as we go walk around SEMA Day 2. Yeah. Alright guys, so we're just wandering around right now and we came across this badass rig out here. Jeff is the owner of it, so we're going to have Jeff kind of just show us a little bit about his truck here.
So the truck is a 2017 Chevy Silverado. The truck actually utilizes a Dirt King race kit in the front, and then Dirt King's bed cage and Atlas custom springs in the rear.
So is it full long travel?
Yeah, full. That's their full race kit. The front does 18 inches of travel and the rear does 20 and a half.
Dang.
And then in the front, we custom built our own bumper to house the 5 KC pods. They're actually the LED versions.
Nice.
And then we had Royalty Ford build us a full custom grill to the truck.
Yeah,
and then we did RK Sports ram air hood, and then Fiberworks 6-inch glass all the way around.
Okay. I'm loving it. What do you have motor transmission wise? Is it stock motor, stock tranny? Or?
The motor is stock. It has an Edge programmer, and then it has Gibson shorty headers on the truck.
Can we go check out the back?
Yeah.
See what's going on in the rear ends? I saw some little trick stuff back here too.
So for the rear, we got 2 swing cases just for scrap, battery, anything like that. Up in the corner hidden, we have Fire onboard air system. So you can run air tools, you can fill your tires, anything you need to do when you're out on the trail.
Nice.
We got 2 spares. We have Dirt King bed cage, and then we have King 3.0 bypasses for the rear.
Here in the Overland Experience section here at SEMA. This is day 2. I'm here with Britt with American Adventure Lab.
Yes.
This is his awesome brand new Jeep JT. So he's going to do a little bit of a walk around with us. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself and then show us some of his vehicle.
Yeah, hey guys, so we're a new company in southwestern Utah. We've been in business for a little less than a year now, and what we've tried to do is create products that solve problems, and we did a lot of that on this Gladiator. I can show you a few of the things that we do as products that are hopefully helpful,
Yep.
and then we get around to the back to show you some of the stuff that's new that hasn't really come out yet.
So let's start at the front maybe?
Yeah, so the front, obviously the most noticeable piece here are these lights. Those are what we call our Highline lights. So they use the factory fenders from the Rubicon and the Sahara. So you get to split those and you get a lot more room for your tire clearance and a little more aggressive look, but you still have that sort of horizontal light that the JL is known for. They also have sequential turn signals built in, which have been a big hit. So
That's
it's been a cool ad.
Yeah, I love it.
We have our own inner fenders under the front here. So those are quick release. So those will remove out with Zeus buttons.
Oh, nice.
So in about 30 seconds, you can pull the entire inner fender out.
It looks super clean too.
Well, we tried to keep it all sucked in and not do crazy lines and all that stuff.
Tons of room, tons of clearance.
Yeah.
You know, very nice.
And we try to keep the logo fairly subtle. We don't have big, massive logos everywhere. And the logo mesh is a separate piece, so people can kind of color match that to their vehicle.
Got it.
They've been a big hit. So.
I like it.
And then, of course, we got KC lights all over the thing, from the front to the bed rack and everywhere else. Been running those lights, it seems like, since we were born practically. So we did icon wheels and sort of stepped outside of my comfort zone a little bit. I'm not usually a pink wheel and a red wheel, so I was pretty nervous about it. And before we put the center caps on it, I was sweating. Man.
Really?
It was like a huge red wheel.
Yeah.
But once it all got put together and the wrap went on, it sort of tied all together, and I eased down a little bit. So I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so around the back of the Jeep, what we have here is our new bed rack system. So this one's obviously unique in that the tent is actually behind the vehicle when you're set up. So the big difference here is the tent itself lives on this platform, and this platform it slides and articulates, which means that the vehicle no longer has to be level when you get to your tent setup.
Oh, that's nice.
So it slides out the back, then you drop the legs down, and it articulates however it needs to get level, and then you're there. So you just pin it in, keeps everything nice and tight, tent platform stays put, and now it's all level.
So how do you adjust the angle of the tent? Is it on different preset settings?
Really the legs are it.
Oh,
right.
So even easier than that.
Yeah. So the platform does this, and it does this.
Gotcha.
But it does not do this.
Perfect.
Which means that you're not really asking the legs to support anything but up and down.
Right. Really love the innovation of that, right? Because I'm a mountain biker.
Yeah.
And the reason why I have a Tacoma, right? And the reason why I don't have a bed rack and a tent is because then how do I put my bikes on?
Yeah, and so your only solution was to hang them off the back.
Right.
You know, and then they get covered in dust and mud and drug over rocks and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, there's obvious limitations to this, right? Like you have a height
You come
concern.
across the tree. Then,
That's right.
Yeah.
But there was no other way to do it. So
I love
we
it.
live in the desert, you know, not a lot of trees, and this is going to be a cool setup.
I really love this.
I appreciate it.
We are outside of Overland Experience now, and of course we came across TrailRecon's Jeep, so I could not just pass it up without showing you guys a little bit about that Jeep. I'm gonna apologize in advance, we got some drifting going on right behind us here, but we're gonna do a quick little rig walk around of TrailRecon's brand new wrap and everything else that's been done since we've all seen it last. So the first thing that immediately stands out to me is the new color scheme that he went with, the black gradient. It looks super clean, super nice with the topography lines inside of that. But then one little really subtle thing that I have not yet seen is if you catch this wrap from an angle, you can see the topography lines all throughout the rest of the matte wrap as well. So let's go around, let's check out the back, because of course, as you know with the Lightner design storage case, he's got all of his switches inside of here, but I love that they decided to do a little bit of the wrap on there as well. Then of course, you know that you have to be seen when you're leading a trail. So the Cyclones in amber are just an essential dust light, just so others behind you can see you. No one's gonna rear end you. You don't have to worry about it in the dust at all. One other thing on this Jeep that I'm really loving is that Icon suspension on it. This is actually what we're gonna be putting on our Gladiator just next week. So we're really amped on starting the build for our Gladiator. So it's been really neat to have Brad by our side, kind of showing us certain little things that he really likes about it so that we can start incorporating it into our own Gladiator as well. So right next to TrailRecon's Jeep is actually Ken, or Dr. Deathwobble's Gladiator too. So this is my first time seeing his Gladiator, so I'm really excited to get into it and check it out a little bit. Of course, as you can see, it's got all the KCs on it. It's got our Pro6 lights up on the top and on the A-pillar. So those are actually our Pro6 lights and our A-pillar brackets for the JLJT. He did a little bit of a custom color on the covers on it, so it matches everything else really nicely, especially with the rings for the wheels there. I had a little chance to check out the bed setup that Dr. Deathwobble has set up in here. One of the things that I really like is how nice and tucked away all of the shovel and the high lift and the axe are. It's all mounted on the underneath of this bed rack here, so it's just one of those really subtle touches that keeps everything out of the way but accessible when you need it. Another one of the little subtle touches is that he's running our Cyclone LEDs, our little LED area / floodlights, so that way he has a lot of light when he needs to be able to set up camp or get into his refrigerator or his cooler or anything like that, especially getting those tools out. You don't want to be grabbing some of the shovels or the axes at night when you can't see what you're doing. So it's a really nice setup that he's got going on in here. I love the tent on top of the roof rack or the bed rack. Overall, this is a really sweet Gladiator. I'm hoping that ours turns out even a fraction as cool as this thing is.